God bless you, everybody. I'm not going to be before you long. This is for whoever it's for. Um, I just want to, before I get into my experience with the Lord, I just want to just remind everyone about the prophetic um, dream that I had earlier in the year, where I basically just asked God, what was this 2020 going to be like, and He said that it was going to be the year that we receive our butterfly wings, and 2020, for a lot of us, we have been blessed. We have received. It has been a butterfly year for a lot of us. We've come out of the cocoon, and God has been blessing us in many different areas, even in the midst of the backdrop of Corona and you know racial unrest and all this stuff. But God still has blessed you know blessed some of us in this season. For some of us, it has been butterfly season, even within the midst of it. um so here we are. It's almost the eighth month. So we're more than halfway through the year, and a lot of us have experienced that. We have experienced the many blessings, manifold uh, blessings of God. But what I'm here to tell you is that God is about to ramp up these blessings. God is about to ramp up these blessings. You think that, okay, I have been, I'm thankful. I thank the Lord. I have been blessed, and I have seen the blessings of the Lord in this year, just like it has been prophesied. But God is saying that you have not seen anything yet. That is just beginning. And the word that He spoke to me was bloom. And the way that He spoke it to me was like, it's going to happen now. Like, it's going to be so ramped up that you're going to be like, where is this coming from? Like, this is crazy. And it's going to be in many different areas. Just like when you see a plant or a fruit tree or something like that, and it begins to bloom, you might see the first day, you might go outside, you might see one bloom on it, and then all of a sudden you have a nice rain or something like that, and the thing is just covered in blooms. It just bursts forth. And so God is saying that this is the time where you're going to see things just burst forth in your life. It's going to be crazy. You're going to shake your head at it. You're not going to understand how can this be happening so quickly, so fast. But it's going to happen, and it's probably already blowing some of you guys' mind right now, because I'm even late in giving this out, because I was scared of the word. I just didn't understand. It didn't even make sense the way that the Lord was showing me. But how He showed me was, of course, I was laying in the bed. I was laying in the bed, and this wind began to blow across my face. And sometimes God will speak in a wind. And there's a whole study that you can do about this in the wind of God, because you have the north wind, the south wind, the east and the west, and they all do different things. And so, um but that's how God got my attention, was the wind that blew across my face. And it was and you can tell we all have a level of discernment. You can tell whether or not, oh, it's just the wind is blowing because the fan is on. You can tell whether it's something like that or it's supernatural. I have been in places where I've been praying, and a wind will come in where there's no wind, if that makes sense. Like, a wind will come in when there's no air conditioner on, there's no fan, it's just still. You know what I mean? The window's not open, so a wind would just come in, and you just know that it's supernatural. And so, anyway, I get off track as usual. But anyway, the wind blew across my face, and I knew it was not. I knew it was not a natural wind. And the God said to me, "Bloom, bloom." And so that's where we are right now. A um, we are in a era or season where things are going to burst forth, and it's just going to be a a domino effect. And people sometimes people say domino effect with a bad connotation, but this is a good thing. It's going to be like boom, 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 one thing after the other. Everything just going to be set in order. Boom, 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 in so many different ways and areas and situations in your life. Things are going to be set in order. It's going to be um, in so many different areas: relationship, um, health, um, finances, job, promotion. Like things are just going to be boom, boom, boom. Healing, emotional. Things are going to be just set right, and it's going to be, it's just going to burst forth, and you're just not going to be able to believe it. Um, and also, I just want to note, I don't know where everyone is at in the country, but in my area, I just keep seeing butterflies everywhere. And to me, it's just another confirmation. And maybe, yes, maybe that's just their mating time, and that's when they're supposed to be out around this time, in late July or in my area. But I don't really see things as coincidence, and because God gave me that word, and then all, you know, the past couple of days, all I'm seeing is butterflies, 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 monarchs. And so, people of God, when you see these things bursting forth, because sometimes, and I also did a video on this, because sometimes a blessing can scare you, because you can't believe, like, this can't be true. This might be a scam. Like, you're like, what? Nah, this is like, so just be mindful that God is going to be giving you some blessings that just might blow your mind, that if you're not careful, you might just reject it outright, because you like, this can't, what? Like, this is some type of scam. I wasn't born yesterday, that type of stuff. Of course, always proceed with caution and get confirmation from the Lord, but don't just outright reject something that you think is just too good to be true. So that's all I have for you. That's all I have for you guys. And I love you. And just go ahead and let your heart be merry, because it's finally happening. And some of you have waited so long to come out of that caterpillar stage. And God is saying it's finally happening. You're gonna bloom. You're gonna burst forth. And it's like that Isaiah 54, where it says that sing aloud, O barren one, um, lengthen your cords, strengthen, stretch them out on the left and the right. You're gonna burst forth on the left and the right, and that's what bloom is all about. It's just a bursting forth in every area, so much so that, like, okay, I need a bigger house to store all this, like, not as figuratively speaking. I need just to be able to receive everything, and even just to be able to receive the joy that's going to come with things just being set right and in order. Even just to be able to receive the joy of that thing is like, okay, open your heart so that God can pour in all these blessings. Like, you're going to have to make room for it, okay? And yes, for some people it's going to be like a physical thing. Yeah, I mean, like, you almost need another shed to be able to able to hold the blessings that God has for you. So just be encouraged, and I love you. And you may have had a certain level of blessing this year, but now maybe it was a trickle at first, and you had a thankful and grateful heart, for the trickle that was coming down. But now it's going to be like a deluge, and now it's going to be like a waterfall of just streaming blessings breaking forth. And some folks might say, well, why couldn't God give it to me in the beginning? Why had to God had to make sure everything was set in place before he let this thing break loose, before he let this and I feel this in my spirit, before he let that blessing, those blessings just run amok in your life. Every certain things had to be in place, because, and I've said this before, because sometimes you will, because of your because of our lack of maturity, or because of the people we're connected to, sometimes we'll destroy the blessings that God gives us. And so, or the people we're connected to will destroy the blessings that God gives us. So, for example, say you're married to somebody, and they're not right with their money or whatever, and they spend it on booze and women or whatever, they cheat or whatever, and God has this lump sum waiting for you, this lump sum of money waiting for you, but he can't give you that lump sum until you disconnect from that person, because that person will spend that money down to nothing. You know what I mean? Like, or he knows he's got to get the adult child in your life. He knows he got to get that child together. That child got to get himself together before he give you this money, because he knows you that money will be gone, because you'll be using that money to help that child or whatever, get the child in therapy, whatever. So God just wants you to know, like I said, I feel this in my spirit. God just wants you to know that, and God is so good. He don't have to tell us nothing. He don't have to tell us why, when, he don't have to tell us nothing. But God is so good. He is saying that there was a reason why he couldn't give it to you. It's not because he wanted to see you struggle and strive, and just there was a reason why he could not bless you right then and there, because sometimes even for ourselves, we will destroy our own selves because we're not ready to receive certain blessings, or we'll squander it. It's like the prodigal son who wasn't ready to receive his blessing, because he just squandered it. So I know I got off on a tangent, but I felt like the Holy Spirit wanted me to speak on that. So, but anyway, guys, I love you, and happy blooming time. All right, take care.